Two things you should be aware of if you're traveling with a partner, and that is when you book on Airbnb, you should always select the number of people that you intend to travel with, because the price changes and the host also puts out extra towels for the second guest. So you have to increase the number of adults to 2 here. You will see that the price changes. It was $511 for 2 guests, and if we decrease it to 1 guest, it is $432. So there's a difference there. And also, secondly, it gives the security of the building an idea of who is allowed into your room or not. Sometimes I get a question if what buildings are guest friendly, as it's called. You know what I mean? That's basically a partner that is just staying overnight for a single night. Sometimes if that person looks like she's straight out of a bar and walking with a mini skirt and high-heeled shoes, a streetwalker in other words, the front desk or the security in the lobby of your apartment are going to ask for her ID, and I suggest you tell the girl to provide that information, because it's not only for building protection, but it's for your own protection too. For example, if you fall asleep and she runs off with your laptop or your wallet, most of the security in the buildings in downtown Makati, they will make a phone call to the room, make sure it's okay for the guest to leave. This is only if you have a guest that kind of looks a little shady. Most of the time when I have a guest, I just walk straight in to my apartment. I just wave to the security guard on the front desk or the staff on the front desk. Hey, this is my friend. She's just going to visit, pick up something from the room or whatever. You know, it could be a real estate agent, whatever. And they don't even ask for the ID. They can see it's, above board, legitimate business, so they just kind of wave you through. But if you have any kind of one night stands and you bring in a partner that looks a little bit like a party girl, they may ask for her ID, and just go with the flow. Just have the girl give the ID to the front desk. It's just for your own protection and the building protection. And if you're trying to figure out whether your guest is a real long-term partner for booking purposes or not, just what I generally do, I just say if the girl is staying for a single night and your booking is for say 7 days a week, I wouldn't consider that a travel partner. If the travel partner is somebody that's staying overnight for the entire stay, yeah, I would consider that a partner, and you should increase your number of adults on your Airbnb booking to two people if there's 2 of you together. That way you make sure you get the correct number of pillows, correct number of towels, etc. And another reason why you should choose to live in Makati, like Legazpi village, and not use taxi and do all your business, your errands, your shopping, your meetings by foot, is because the Manila traffic is world famous for being extremely bad. I mean, this is common stuff. You can see some photos on the screen here, and it's not a joke. I don't take taxi except when I go to the airport. If you do take a car even on the edges of Makati, it can take you an hour just to go 15 minutes. So just find a good location, find an apartment where it's centrally located. You can just walk a block to everything that you need. That's a huge reason why I suggest living in central area of Makati. If you live on the outskirts somewhere or around Metro Manila, you need to have transportation to get anywhere interesting. But if you live in the hot spots in downtown Makati, no issue at all. You can get to where you want to get to within 3 to 5 minutes of walking, or 10 minutes at the most. Highly recommend Legazpi village. That's my favorite area. And another tip that I should give you when you are looking for Airbnb accommodations. For example, if you come to this listing and you see that at the end of January there are no dates available, it's already booked, don't despair, don't give up. If you know the name of the building you're staying in or that you're interested in, you should just type in this case it's Greenbelt Hamilton. You should just type in the building name and you can see it automatically fills in the rest of it here for the big popular buildings in Makati. And you just click on this and you should fill in the dates. I recommend you always fill in at least a week, and you should also fill in the number of people that are staying, because sometimes the prices are different for 2 people versus 1 person. And of course you get extra towels if you specify that you are 2 people. And then just let it rip. You will see here, and if there are no available units in Greenbelt Hamilton for that week, you can specify, just say a day, just to see if there's something available, and then you can go to that specific room. I don't see anything here on that date. Oh yeah, here we go. So if I go on this room here and I drop down to the date range here, you'll see there are some bookings here in the middle of November, and there's some bookings here at the beginning of October, so you can kind of get a good feel for what's available just by searching for the name of the building itself. Once you have located a good building, and this video is going to show you some of the good buildings, you can just type it in the search box, and you'll get a long list of not only the one building that you're interested in, but you'll see on the map here, you'll see surrounding buildings that are available on that date. And the other thing you should be very aware of is the discounts that are available for not only weekly but on the monthly discounts. Look at this, I stayed at a room in Salcedo village, which is a couple of blocks away from Legazpi village, at a huge 27% discount, monthly discount. This discount does not show up when you try to book a few weeks, say three and a half weeks. You won't be able to get this discount. So it's sometimes worth it just to book for a whole month, and you get a 20 to 30% discount. I see that quite often. Even if you're not staying for the whole month, you can get a huge discount, and it'll be cheaper getting that monthly booking rather than just booking for a few weeks at a higher rate. And on top of that, there was a special discount offer. I think this lady was a new Airbnb host, and she just wanted to get the ball rolling, so she gave an additional, she had advertised an additional 20% off, so I got that on top. And if you divide $565 by 31 nights, that works out to an astounding $18 a night. I mean, you can't beat this. This is a 5-star apartment with split level aircon right next to the park in Salcedo village. I got very lucky on this. I don't expect you to find this every time you look on Airbnb, but I just want to show you how important the monthly discount is when you're looking for something more than a couple of days of stay. What is sometimes a little bit confusing when you try to figure out what it will cost to make an Airbnb booking is that you'll see one price on the listing itself at the top, just underneath the pictures, and when you go to make a booking you'll see a different price. For example, December 26th to 31st, and you'll see it change to $25 a night. So that's a huge increase in the daily rate, and this comes from the fact that the Airbnb host, he can set in a default rate. It's usually an average of the year, and then he adds in some extra higher prices during high season. Let's see if we make a booking in November. See, it's not quite as high. It's a little bit higher, but it's not as high as during peak Christmas season. So be aware of that. Don't be alarmed when you see one price at $19 a night, and then when you go to make a booking it's quite a bit higher. That happens all the time. Let's try another one here, and let's see, it's $35 a night, so let's make a 1 week booking here. Yeah, not much difference, 36. But if you go to Christmas, let's see here, let's pick December 24th to 30th. Yeah, it's not much difference, but that's just something to be aware of. These prices are just an average price, or I think it's like a default price that the host will set for his listing. You really need to put in the actual dates you're thinking of traveling to get a realistic number of what it will cost you. And remember, type in a week's worth of booking inquiry, or even a month if you're staying a few weeks, to see if that makes a difference.